Welcome back, everybody. Wow, we got a busy week coming up. It's week 31. It's the first week of May. Wow, did you have a good May Day? Mother's Day is coming up. Are you prepared for Mother's Day next weekend? Okay, let's get started. We've got a lot to go over because whenever we get ready to finish a topic, trigonometry, we got to make sure we do our real world math. Mr. Miller started that last week, showing you different real world math problems. So, without further ado, let's get those shout outs going. All right. Now, shout outs this week was based on the solo activity last week. There were 8 problems, okay? And this list is all the people that started them, got a lot of them done, or those that completely finished everything. This week, we're going to take that solo activity and turn it into the final, the quiz. I'm expecting every one of you to do every problem, all right? So, here we go. We want to thank Alexis Brandt, Clay Contois, Claire Darlin, Sarah Gonzalez, Maddie Hamilton, Hunter Lawson, Colin McBride, Valen Magala, Ashlyn Miltenberger, Quinn Moses, Reliance Morgan, Jackson Knoll, and Cam Odell. In period 5, Kristen Barnett, Spencer Deerdorf, Maya Eckel, Alyssa Granados, Kylie Heiner, Carter Harris, Hannah Lee, Arthur Lucan, Matt McConnell, Ashley Ohl, and Jack Rookdy. All those people started the activity. Okay, that's solo, at-home learning activity. Now, when you see all those stars, if there's 1 star, that means they finished most of it. 2 stars means they completely finished it already. So they don't have as much work to do this week. But we want to make sure that everybody can use trigonometry and all the symbols that go with it. Label it, write it, calculate it. All right? Now, let's move on to other shout outs. Okay, wow. Look at the class participants this week. That's nearly everybody in every class. Thank you, and more thank yous. You don't realize how you make the class better for everyone, including us. Isabel Bennett, Kaiten Blankenagel, Kaylee Bonnet, Nathan Bryan, Courtney Brown, Clay Contois, Abby Crimps, Claire Darlin, Theo Gepetti, Gabe Giroux, Sarah Gonzalez, Maddie Hamilton, Colin McBride, Valen Magala, Quinn Moses, Jackson Knoll, Aiden Parker, and Xavier Thorne. In period 5, Kristen Barnett, Spencer Deerdorf, Maya Eckel, Haley Emery, Alyssa Granados, Kylie Heiner, Arthur Lucan, Devin Martin, Matt McConnell, Carlene Nolan, Serenity Sebasta, Jack Rookdy, and Teddy Weston. Every one of you brought energy to the classroom that helped the discussions trying to make sense of all these strange symbols. Now, first of the month. You know that on the first of the month, we've got to celebrate May birthdays. And we have 6 of them this month. Right off the bat, this week, Alyssa Granados on May 4th, Jackson Knoll, May 5th, Ashlyn Miltenberger, May 12th, Xavier Thorne, May 19th, Devin Martin, May 20th, and Jack Rookdy on May 27th. Happy birthday to all of you! Okay, that was awesome. You see how it's growing every week and we feed off of each other? We appreciate that. Now, you might remember back in February, one of our real world math problems was to go outside. How tall is the basketball hoop? How tall am I? And we used mirrors and rulers and triangles and triangles. You remember this problem when I went outside and we tried to see how tall the tree was out back? Okay, so that tree, we used similar triangles. Triangle in a triangle. Well, now we have all these new tools, okay? Here's that actual problem. We have the tree, and I stood in such a way so that my shadow met at the same point the tree's shadow met. Triangle in a triangle. Remember side, angle, angle. Okay. We solved that problem with proportions. 45 feet to 90 feet was the same as 6 feet to 12 feet. All right? Now we have trigonometry, SOHCAHTOA. We have these abilities to either solve for that angle measure or go outside, find the angle measure in order to find all the other pieces. Okay, now in this problem that we did back in February, we could use TOA. The tangent of that angle is equal to the OPP over the ADJ. And then using a calculator, we do the inverse tangent, the arc tangent, we undo the tangent, theta equals tan to the -1, and it turns out 26.6 degrees. Now this week, we want all of you to get a protractor. Mr. Miller's got a whole box of them, and a straw, okay? And if we go outside and we look at the 0 and we line this up, we could find the degree. If we had this degree, well, we could solve the world's problems. So without further ado, let's head outside back to that tree and see if we can get some new measurements. Shall we? See you in a minute. All right, welcome back. Wow, what a difference a few months makes. Back in February, we had a big shadow. Now the sun's way up in the air. Okay, so we're back. We got the tree. We got our cones out there like last time. We got our protractor and straw. See you shortly. Well, the wind is still blowing, just like back on February 8th. Okay, so we got a measurement, right? I went back out to this spot, stood there, and I looked through the straw, lined it up, and I got 25 degrees. Mathematically, we got 26 degrees. Close enough, huh? Okay, all right. Then, to challenge ourselves, I thought, walk a little bit closer. That way we don't know the distance from where I'm standing to the tree. We don't know. But if we look up at the tree and I measured it, I tried to set it on 40 degrees. That way the numbers would be easier and I'd be more accurate. I set it on 40 and adjusted myself. So now we got a tree at 45 feet. We have an angle measure of 40 degrees. With the use of tools and trigonometry, we can solve these math problems. Isn't this exciting? TOA, the tangent of 40 degrees, is equal to the OPP over the adjacent. Do the math, right? Multiply both sides by x. Divide both sides by the tangent of 40. Bring that down, move that up. Flip it, right? Now we take our calculator, 45 divided by the tangent of 40. Make sure you're in degree mode. and I get 53 degrees. Wow. Real world math. Now we have a new tool. You know another thing that we didn't do on that problem back in February? We never figured out the line of sight. How far was it from me to the top of the tree? How far was it from this point to the top of the tree? Okay, so don't forget Pythagoras. 45 squared plus 90 squared, take the square root. In this case, today, 45 squared plus 53 squared equals the hypotenuse squared. You can put that in all at once if you want. The square root of 45 squared plus 53 squared equals 69 feet. All right? So, real world math, we're wrapping up trigonometry. We're wrapping up Module 3, Topic 2, because next week we get to start working on, circles. Put these shirts away, and we get to get into shapes. All right, so have a great week. Make sure that you try every problem. This week's grade, your final, is based on you doing all 8 problems the best that you possibly can. Write the vocabulary down for partial credit, right? Show your work for partial credit. Do the math for more credit. Have a great week, everybody. Happy May!